Hello everybody, it's Lucia and today I want to share with you a Christmas card. I'm starting with a piece of cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 11 and I'm using a striped stamp from Geo Borders from my creative time. I'm also using the MISTI tool, so I'm going to position the stamp on the left side of the card and I'm going to ink it up using long Fawn dye ink. This one is called LOBSTER and I'm making sure that I have the stamp completely covered with ink. So once I press it down, you can see that I get a really nice stamp image. So now I'm going to score it at 5 1/2 and fold it, and my card base is ready. So I'm also using a piece of black cardstock and this one measures 3 3/4 by 5 1/2 and I'm using the pine branches from Boughs of Holly, also from my creative time. And since I'm using a dark cardstock, I'm going to use a pigment ink. I'm using Memento Luxe Pear Tart and I'm using all 3 sizes of pine branches. I am randomly stamping the top part with all the sizes, and every time that I overlap each of them, I'm going to get a brighter tone. This is really nice because once I completely cover the top part, I'm going to get a really nice dimension with bright and dark tones. I'm also going to stamp some pine cones. I'm using Pretty Spring Wreath from my creative time and I'm using Memento Luxe Toffee Crunch. Before stamping, I need to make sure how much pressure I need when I'm inking them. So before that, I'm just making some tests on a scrap paper and then I'm randomly stamping the pine cones between the branches. I am going to adhere it on top of my card base and I am making sure I align the top part pretty well because I'm always mess it up, but this time I was lucky and I got it in its place. And since I wanted to have a chalkboard effect, I am using PEAR Art's Unicorn Pigment ink with a small sponge dauber. And with circular motions, I am inking all the edges and I'm creating a chalk effect. I am using holiday tags from my creative time and I'm using Merry Christmas die. I am running it through my die cutting machine twice, once on foam sheet and once on glitter paper. I am adhering both pieces using a fine tip bottle with my favorite glue and a pair of tweezers to help me align them in place. Once I have both pieces glued together, I go ahead and decide where I want it on my card, and once I decided, I glued them in the right place. And to finish the card, I decided to add a little strip of glitter cardstock and I think it was the perfect touch. And here's my final card. As you can see, it was super easy to make and it's perfect to mass produce. If you like this video, please give thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye!